What's going on, guys? JFC here. We got a huge cover star icon SBC on the way. Probably coming out on Friday, if I had to guess, along with what is going to be now confirmed, the best of batch 2, and also a Fuddy's Team 3. All of that stuff is now confirmed, and we'll talk about that. And more packs are coming out every single day right now, and it's time to send it. We're going to have a couple things open in this video. We'll have the new player pick that came out today, the 93 plus Shapeshifters or Fuddy's player pick. We'll have that in this video, and we also are going to have something else. I'm not sure yet. This is an 87, 86, and 84 rated squad. Now, the problem is right now, fodder is very expensive. The lower end stuff actually is very expensive. The higher end stuff, not as much. The lower end stuff, talking 82s to 85s, are like extremely expensive right now. There's no real way to get them, honestly. So it seems pretty cheap, and you could obviously get, you know, it could be a massive bargain because Fuddies are in this, and Fuddies obviously are just so insane right now. But the problem is right now, unless you're doing like the 80 plus player picks, which wherever they are here, right here, getting low rated fodder is difficult. Honestly, it's really hard to get right now, and the thing is like common golds are 650 or so right now. Okay, they're actually down to about 600 right now, so 600 times 10, they're 6k a pop right now for 80 plus player picks. So is that really, that's not really a sufficient or efficient way to grind your way up to the low end fodder. So point is, it's actually probably the most annoying part of this promo is that, you know, it's gamble pack time, except you can't really earn it. And it goes back to kind of the game modes of why this game sucks at being anything other than just uber competitive constantly, because the game modes here are just so terrible. There's no way that they can even put anything in here. Division rivals, you get once a week for rewards. FUT champs, once a week for rewards. Squad battles, once a week for rewards. Friendlies, there's no friendly rewards, then there's no friendly rewards. Like, I mean, you can't grind for anything in this game. I mean, it's just a terrible game design. You've already heard me rant about that plenty of times if you're familiar with the channel. If you're not, subscribe if you want to see my annoying face every single day. I'll open packs on Friday, by the way. I believe for Saturday's video, I'm probably going to have a ton of packs to open, so look forward to that. If you guys don't want to deal with trading at all, you guys can go to the link in my description. Go to u7buy.com. They're a fast and very, very reliable coin service. The 5% tax is also covered. You can use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. Thank you to U7Buy for sponsoring the video. Now let's get back to it. Okay, so we do here have the confirmation that we're going to get a Fuddy's Team 3. We didn't know for sure. We kind of figured that would be the case because usually it's about 3 weeks or 4 weeks. We're going to get Team 3. We're also going to get Best of Batch 2. He says not sure how long it's going to last. If it's still 2 weeks, there is no Best of Batch 3. We could see a Best of Batch 3 apparently if this Best of Batch is only going to be 1 week. The schedule is not confirmed though. We need to wait, he says. And then also there's this little blurb right here which I never saw, honestly. This is actually kind of fun news here. So the final week of Season 8 will be double XP week. Twice the amount of XP will be made available via SBCs and objectives for the week, giving you the chance to accelerate your season progress. In addition to the 40 level in-season progress, there will be a special kit. That was worded really oddly, but you know, like the objectives right now, like the level 41 objectives, I think is what they're called. So anyway, the final week of Season 8 will be double XP. So you're basically going to be able to get Vinny if you're still playing the game. There's almost no way, which is very nice. But here's the big one. Apparently, we're going to get one of these every Friday at this point. I don't know why that is, but Ronaldinho is going to be the next cover star icon. It's going to be an SBC, and I am super excited for this because Dino this year is just different, a different beast, in my opinion. I packed his Prime, and I think it's better than my Mid Pele, which Mid Pele has better stats than Prime Ronaldinho, and my Mid Pele I don't think is as good as Prime Ronaldinho. I think this is just a perfect game for him. This SBC is going to be completed by like everybody, and I just save up my fodder and open up a bunch of packs on Friday to start hoarding my fodder for this Ronaldinho to complete him. We do have some news regarding the Best of Batch 2. FIFA 23 news says Fuddy's Best of Batch 2 will mainly consist of TOTS cards, and he replies to himself down here and says we will still have terrible cards available, just to be clear, but a bunch of TOTS also. Now he doesn't give a source here. He's not usually a guy who leaks a bunch of stuff, so I'm not sure where he's hearing this from, but he's got a really big following on Twitter. He's got 100k or something like that. Yeah, 189k. So I mean, odds are he's not purposely lying. He probably has a source or two talking about the Best of Batch 2. Well, it's nice to hear. But that also confirms, you know, you need to sell your cards if you have any right now. Really expensive TOTS cards. You got to get out of them now. And there is one thing I didn't really talk about yesterday, or was it 2 days ago when we saw the FIFA career mode reveal, that I think is a good feature and a good addition that I kind of glossed over, and I don't want to be unfair. I think it is a very good addition. So the list of kit templates for Creative Club has been expanded to include a variety of models that are featuring chess sponsors. So you're going to see a lot more realistic kits. I think the Creative Club, honestly, one of the biggest problems was the fact that the kits just weren't that realistic without a sponsor on them. Maybe the sponsor is going to be like an EA Sports sponsor, but it might look more like a sponsor, which honestly is way better. The top reply, it was in FIFA 09. And you know what? You are exactly right. Like the fact that almost all these new career mode features you see were in FIFA 07, which is an insane thing to say. The only sports game you can't really say that with is 2K, 2K. 2K actually like really expanded their franchise slash career type game modes, but FIFA and Madden have been just horrendous with their game modes outside of Ultimate Team, because of course that's the billion-dollar game mode. Now Evolutions here, I wanted to point this out because we have now like the official description of what it is, and this is a key thing I want to talk about here. This sentence here: pick a player who meets the criteria for evolution. So actually it's not going to be just probably like one of 5 players, but it's not going to be anybody that you can choose from 48 rated to 90 rated, right? Looks like it's not like that, which I kind of understand. I think about how much work it would take to craft an upgrade path for like every rating of card. Like that would be insanely, that would be a ton of work. And yes, they're a billion-dollar company, and I don't want to make excuses for them because they probably could do it if they really wanted to, but I understand the criteria needed. Like they kind of picked a certain probably rating criteria that you can pick, and I think I'm okay with that. It depends what the rating criteria is, of course, but I think Evolutions has just such huge potential that I don't want to shit on it and like hate on it immediately, because it is what, you know, Ultimate Team has needed for a long time. And in Ultimate Team, you can choose from more than 1,600 female players, including icons and heroes, to bolster your team. So we're gonna have a ton new female players into the game, and I'm really curious to see how that goes, because it's gonna be like no one's really gonna use the women's players because like we don't really know who they are, or is it going to be a thing where like it's just a ton of new squad building options? I don't know how it's gonna go. I want to see what some of those women's cards look like, because there's probably some like hidden gems out there with like 97 pace strikers out there that are probably crazy. But yeah, that's kind of the last thing I want to talk about there. And also we're gonna talk about the market, because the panic is already kind of beginning, especially on the TOTS cards, big time. So if you got out, good job, but you missed a lot of the panic right now. You know, Neymar's down like 250k right now. Rafael Leao's under 1 million coins, and Cuckoo under 1 million coins. A lot of these guys just crashing hard because of the best of batch 2, which in turn, this is why I didn't want to buy Fuddy's cards yet, because when the top TOTS cards that are still possibly able to compete with Fuddy's cards, when those cards drop, it'll bring Fuddy's cards prices down too. But I think we could continue to see that a little bit longer. If you want to buy those Fuddy's cards, I would probably say it's going to be marquee matchups today. After that, there's going to be panic as well for the best of batch 2. We might get a leak or two regarding the best of batch 2. I would say that's probably your best time, honestly. So yeah, 81 rated cards are 1.8k. 82s are, you know, approaching 3,000. 83s are approaching 4,000. 84s are 6k in August, which is an insane thing to say. I think with Ronaldinho coming on Friday, we can actually see high rated stuff go higher. Now we have team of season cards coming into packs for the best of, except the thing is we've already had team of season cards in packs because of the SBC, so I don't think that's going to affect things too much. But I think like club stocking, wanted to invest here like 92s and higher, I actually think could go up so pretty substantially if we get a couple good SBCs. It is a little risky because like say the pack weight's just crazy on this new best of batch, that could kind of kill some of the prices, but I think with Dino coming out, we could see some rises there. So also I literally just didn't talk about Lucas Podolski. He looks great. 5'5" with 99 shot. He looks fantastic, honestly. I have nothing bad to say about him. He's premium as well. I think it's a really nice card. Now let's go and get ourselves a Fuddy's Lionel Messi quick. All right, the pick is in. This actually has a really decent hit rate. I saw a few of these being opened, and actually there were a lot of W's. There's a lot of great shapeshifters and Fuddy's cards. They're like completely the power curve right now. If you don't have mostly these cards in your team, you're probably not playing to your full capabilities right now. What can we get? 1 of 4, 93 plus. Oh, you know what? Manuel Neuer. That actually is not too bad. I'm not sure how expensive he is, but I think he's like a few hundred K, I want to say Manuel Neuer is. Oh, like 150? Well, I guess it could be worse. It's probably what the pack was worth. He's pretty good. I've used him before. I thought he was okay, but no Fuddies, so I guess you can call that an L, honestly, all things considered. All right, we'll close the video off with an 85-10. I think I've packed, what, 1 Fuddies so far, an Insigne. It would be kind of nice to get one more. Also, there's Dino out there, but I would not have to craft the new one. I don't know what this could possibly be. Patrick Schick. Okay, well, Fuddy's cards don't pop up first, so let's see if we can get one in here. Don't do this until the best of batch 2, please. I'm begging you. Love you all. See you soon. Push.